For joining us here on Idaho Today. We are super excited. We have a live studio audience. The show is all about music. We are featuring some of the most talented young musicians here in Idaho, and they hail from the Idaho Fine Arts Academy. A series of incredible performances coming up for you here in just a bit. But first, we want to learn a bit about the Academy. So we're joined right now by Christian Housel. He is the principal of IFA, as we lovingly call it. And also we have Sean Scrivener here. He is actually the department head of the contemporary program at Idaho Fine Arts Academy. Gentlemen, we are very excited. Help our viewers understand, though, what is the Idaho Fine Arts Academy?
Idaho Fine Arts Academy is a performing arts-based school with all the academics as well. So it's a school of choice in the West Ada School District. It's public. Students do have to audition to get in. And we have 7 different art forms at the high school level and 6 at the middle school level.
Great.
So it's not just music.
And what are those art forms? Because they are called majors, right?
We call them majors. Students audition to get in a major. And so we have dance, contemporary dance, we have visual art, we have theater, we have film. And then in our music programs, we have contemporary music that you're going to hear today. We have a classical program and we have a vocal program. And so it's very different. Think about, first of all, it's very personalized. It's quite a bit smaller than a traditional school. And students spend about 90 minutes a day, every day, majoring in their art form.
That's beautiful. Okay, and Mr. Scrivener, you are the department head of the contemporary program. We get to see some of your students here in just a little bit. You're going to be completely blown away. The talent is through the roof here. But explain the contemporary program for us briefly. What does that comprise of?
So it's a really creative music program. I break the kids up into lots of small bands, and we have several rooms that they can go in and rehearse in. Sometimes I call it a glorified school of rock, but it's not just limited to rock. They do all kinds of styles, whatever the kids want to get into. I try to facilitate that. So the kids are writing a lot of the music. They arrange music. They really take the lead, and I try to give them the resources and guidance along the way.
Beautiful. And what do you love so much about teaching this program?
Oh man, they're such cool kids. They're just fearlessly creative. They take risks that are just like really inspiring, and they support each other. It's just such a cool creative community.
Yes, indeed. And I had the pleasure of seeing them perform live recently at a showcase at the lounge at the end of the universe.
That's true.
And I was just so taken back by the level of talent that I was like, we've got to share this. And I understand too, some of your students are going to continue to pursue music. Some are actually already working in music.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, we have one student that she kind of already started her own business, and she's making video game music. She just graduated. And in just a minute, we're going to hear from a student who just graduated who's going on to ISU to study contemporary music at college.
Okay, and actually, I'm going to walk on over. Let's go ahead and meet some of these students. We have a band set up over here. We're going to go talk with Karsten. Karsten actually is a senior. He recently graduated, so big congratulations to you, Karsten. And as Mr. Scrivener had mentioned, Karsten's going to go to Idaho State University, and he's going to continue studying music. He's going to be studying commercial music, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And Karsten, you're going to be performing a song here for us that you wrote. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Yeah, the song, it's called Sides. I wrote it about a year ago, and it's kind of just about like kind of being in between on like having an opinion on something, just like having a hard time choosing sides.
All right,
So, yeah.
so it's called Sides.
Yeah,
and that makes sense. Okay, can you take a moment and briefly introduce each of your band members? When Karsten says your names, guys, just look forward to the camera, smile and wave, okay? All right, so who do we got on drums?
Okay, we got Dom on drums here.
Okay.
And then we have Sean on guitar. And then Miles on bass. And then we have, why am I blanking? It's, oh my gosh, Jackson on okay.
And Jackson on the phones. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and step away. Ladies and gentlemen, here's an original song written by Karsten. It is called Sides. Take it away.
Now I realize he doesn't even have to know. He doesn't even need to be anyone else I'd want to be like, but I'm feeling sides that I could be on. Too many sides, just don't know who to side with. Oh, too many sides, just don't know who to side with. Oh, I wanted it, but now I don't know what it is. And it's not what they really need. Guess this is who I want to be like, but I'm feeling not right. Might not take too long, they're gone. When I think they're real, they're not. Too many sides